for a very long time, I wanted to talk about one of the books that I've written so far. But this is a special one because now I have self published it and I think it is one of my best works so far. So I've written Oblivion of Affection, I've written Hitler's Nephew. Hitler's Nephew was my first novel that I had written, I started writing in 2010, and I completed it in, I think, at around 2017 probably. And then I started writing it when I watched The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I thought, okay, I should also be writing a romantic flick of my own, but it has to be something different. It has to be mind-bending. So this one, it is mind-bending for sure. It is not just a simple romantic story that involves two people. Well, it involves two people, but it's not just a simple romantic story. It bends the timeline, and it's not a linear story when you're reading it, and there's a girl, there's a guy. The guy is named as Aaron, the girl is named as Emma. They meet, and then something happens, some crisis happens in between, and then they get separated, but at the end they meet each other again, and it's a happy story, it's a happy ending. This is certainly very different. It also includes my personal influence, a personal story of my own. So I received a few letters when I was just 14 years old from a girl who lived in Budapest, Hungary. And we exchanged letters, and we also exchanged a few other personal items. So at the end of this book, you would find a copy of the original, letter that I had received from all the way from Hungary. So yeah, so it involves a bit of my personal. It involves a touch of my own personal reflection of my life and the events that happened at that time. But again, it's a fictional story. It's a fictional story that has one main story, but there is another story that goes in between. So there's a story within a story. Yeah, so that's how I have tried to mess up with your mind, and you're gonna like it. But the characters are very dense. The two main characters, obviously, the male Aaron and the female Emma. So you truly like it, and there are various monotonous scenes where the male character is describing something. For instance, he's describing this bottle of water, and there is in-depth reference to the environments that they're experiencing, both of these characters. So it would be interesting. If you want to buy it, you can buy it from Amazon, but I have few copies available. Also, I made a few changes. I had given few copies to some of the readers, and they recommend, and I also asked about their opinion of this book, and they highly rated it. But I had to, when they finished this book, I had to discuss few of the ideas that I had been in my mind, and I wanted to add those ideas within this book again. So I edited this novel again in 2022, sorry. Yeah, so I have added another chapter, but this version doesn't include a chapter, but even then, this is worth it. If you want to read it, it's worthwhile your time. And it's just 120 pages, I think so. Yeah, it's just it's my letter. Okay, so 117 pages. So pretty easy for an avid readers to read 117 pages. And also there is a personal letter at the end of this book that I've written from my readers, to have a bit of to tell my story at the end of this book, that why did I wanted to write this one. And and there brought a lot of personal reflections. So you would certainly like it. You would certainly get to know about me, and you would, yeah, you certainly would get to know about my life that was around 2014 to 2016, and then 2016 to 2017, because I wrote this one in different phases of my life. I started it in 2013, and 2014, 2015, I wrote it, some bits and pieces of it, and then again in 2017, 2019, I thought I finished it, but even then, there were a few things in my mind that I wanted to add in it, and now that I've added those bits in it, I think I am certainly satisfied with the current version of this book, which is not this one, obviously. It's the new version. I don't have it with me right now, but I'm gonna certainly have some copies of it in the future. So yes, enjoy Oblivion of Affection. Enjoy it. Discuss about it when you're done with it with me, and I would be happy to discuss different things in it, and I would be happy to get to know what you think of it, because every reader have their own perception about different stories and what happened in the book. So yeah, tell me. Goodbye till then.